Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today I'm really excited. We have a major search down here. It looks like mostly Indian Head Pennies, but I see some large cents, I see some 2-cent coins, so we're going to see what happens. Hopefully we can get a key date. These are all unsearched from a lot of coins that we recently bought at the coin shop. All of those are Buffalo nickels, and then in here we've got a lot of V nickels, Buffaloes. Some of these are just dated rolls, others seem to be different, but we'll be checking for the error. And then if I look down, it seems like there's just some random rolls, but there's also a few penny rolls, so definitely hoping for some better key date type of coins, and we'll see what happens. Just kind of giving you a glimpse into life of a shop. We buy big collections and we get some smaller pieces that are part of the collections. So again, looking for a big find today. I think I'm going to start with this, then I'm going to go to that, then I'm going to finish with this because I know that there are some cool coins just from looking on the inside. And like I said, we'll start here with the Buffaloes, but I'm not expecting too much because I didn't see anything kind of crazy off the top when I first saw it, but we'll look for all the important things. So that's a 1925 to start, and maybe we'll get some no dates as well. I've been doing a lot of Nick-a-date, no date videos, so I'll put those to the side. I don't think I'll be able to Buffalo Nick-a-date these guys. It's when you take some acid. I think it's ferric chloride, and you can remove it. There's a 1920, and I can't tell if that has a mint mark. It might, but I'm just looking right now. There's a D mint mark on that 1929 coin. I'm looking for any kind of super key dates where we definitely want to pull it out of circulation. So I'll just keep on going here. 1937, and there is that 37D three-legged coin, so that's why I'm flipping them over. But this one has the legs. 1925 there. 36. There's also a 36D 3.5 leg coin, and I'm kind of thinking at this point there doesn't seem 26. So there's a D mint 29. 26 could have the 26S. Not on that one, but I might just kind of speed through these ones and then check in if I've got something better. Here's the first one that we're going to be excited about a reveal on, 1915. And is that something? It looks like somebody almost did a smidge of Nick-a-date to make sure that there wasn't. But it kind of looks like, I can't tell quite in this lighting. It almost looks like it's a 1915 plain, but there definitely looks like there's a little dot there. Either way, I'll have to check that a little bit better off camera. This one I'm kind of tempted on. It was an S mint. Really can't see anything there. Maybe I'll pull it aside and we see if this doesn't turn into a Nick-a-date. I might text the shop owner to see if he wants me to check him out or not. If not, I almost kind of want to just buy it and do it myself. We got another no date there. Let's see. There's a 1916, kind of a fun fact that 1916 by far the highest mintage. So if you're going to get a coin from the teens, it's probably going to be a 1916. And I'm seeing an S right there, so hoping for a better date, we'll see. 1930S, that doesn't ring a bell as being anything super special, but that's probably not at the level of valuable coin where we would remove it specifically. That'll probably be going in whatever roll we end up selling. And right there I see something, I want to show this off. So we've got a raised back Type 1 1913 coin, and you can tell because the raised back is just so distinct. It almost looked like there's a mint mark maybe, but I really can't tell. Definitely can't see what the date is. It's pretty scratched up, but if it was a 1913S, maybe it is. It would definitely be a better coin. Either way, I'll be putting that one to the side too. Here's a potentially older looking D mint mark coin, and we'll see. Unfortunately, not going to have a mint mark, but my videos have been showing me that it's probably going to fall into the 1929 or earlier, probably 1924 or earlier is kind of generally the date that we saw it a lot less. There's another D mint mark, we'll see. 1934, so I don't think that that's specifically rare either. But that pretty much, I think that that's a 19, but I'm going to call that a no date. Pretty much brings us to the conclusion of this part of the hunt. That's probably 23. That probably counts as a partial date, though. I think the shop I work at is pretty strict. So we've got, these are the bulk coins, and I don't know exactly how I value those. These are the no dates, and then maybe there is one special one, 1915. I'll have to do a little bit more of research, but now it's on to this box. Excited to see what these are. And I'm going to start by just taking maybe 4 rolls. Some of them look like they've got dates, so if it's a solid date roll, I probably won't show those being opened up live. But yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Maybe I'll check for any cherry picker stuff and show it off if I find it. And there was nothing in those. I'll do a total and valuation at the end, but this says 1920s Buffalo, and that looks like faint dates, but I'm hoping that, there's some good dates here. 21S, 24S, 26S are pretty sure those are the ones that I'm going to be checking for. And let's see. This kind of reminds me of something that happened in the shop that really bugged me, I do have to say, because I was putting together a lot on eBay and for the Happy Coin, and we decided to be super nice to the person. It was like 400 Buffalo nickels, and we threw in a bunch of no-date coins added on for free. But when the buyer received them, and we said that it was a bonus, but when the buyer received them, they complained to eBay saying that we had pretty much totally ripped them off, and, we had sent them a bunch of not as described items. So now, instead of getting bonuses, and they said that they're the partial dates, it's not full date, it's pretty tough. I have to be pretty stringent in terms of what I say is actually a readable date coin, and as such, people don't really get tons of old coins like this one. No way that that's going to go in a dated roll, even though you can clearly see 25. That's just now the policy that our store has adopted, and it's a bummer, but and I think that eBay would probably side a little bit better with us these days, but because of that complaint, this is definitely going to be a cull. 1919, less bonuses for people, so that's a bummer. But anyways, let me check through. There doesn't seem to be hardly any mint marks in here, which again, not a problem, but that means that, most of this, is that something? Nope. That means that most of this really isn't going to be valuable coinage. So nothing out of that pile. Next, though, is going to be those V-nickels at the top. I'm going to try to look at as few dates as I can when I pull them out. So yeah, let's do it. We got all this stuff. Clearly a few Buffaloes here. That's not going to be not going to pose any problem. There's a 1930, 1937, but I want to just get started on these ones. We're definitely looking for coins that don't look like that. 1900, not going to be great. We want 1912. I'm going to have to recheck for a mint mark. The S mint mark, I think it should be right there, would be the coin that we're really looking for here. And then any of the early 1800s, or it's not really early 1800s, but anything 1800s for V-nickels is better. 1912, is that? No way. Okay, no, that looks like the D mint mark right there. I thought for a second that I just pulled a 1912 S, which would have been pretty much unbelievable. I'll definitely be double checking that later. Some 1905s, 1899. Generally, that's not better. We really do want to target like the 1880s, but that's still a really cool coin. And here's maybe a coin that has a shot of doing it. We'll see. 1898. So again, not quite hitting that super old category, but still welcome. 1900, and these are all kind of at the tier where they're pretty much just going in a roll and being sent out. This might be good though. Really worn. 1898 again. 1885s, 1884, 1896 isn't bad. But yeah, we're looking, or for better condition. Like if you get some of these V-nickels, the prices for just a good condition regular date V-nickel are pretty crazy because it's just kind of tough to come across nice examples. 1902 there, 37. Always check for that three-legged buffalo. Probably never going to find one, but I like the thrill of flipping over the coin just to see if we've got something. 1891, that's super cool. I don't really know, that corrosion's certainly not going to help the coin out, but 1891 still a sweet date. I don't think it's key date, but that's kind of the year range that you're looking for. Definitely a lot better than like an 1899, which is still a sweet coin. That's another thing. I once did a large coin collection unboxing, and people were pretty upset at me because maybe I said the word worthless, which I probably should not have said in retrospect, but this is me sorting for my coin shop. These aren't my coins, so I'm really just on the lookout for valuable coins. That's kind of the essence of how this game is played in this case. And I feel like it's better for me to be real with my viewers instead of, trying to pretend that, I'm pumped about this coin if it's not a 12S. And 1912 still a cool coin, but it's just not at the tier where there's anything special about it from a value perspective. So I just think that that's the perspective that I'm coming from. I think it's good that I communicate that. 1902 there. I was hoping that would be a little bit older. Here's an S Mint coin. 1931. Ooh, that's actually maybe a few bucks coin. Because I know the 31S is better for other, the penny's great. So I think that this is probably like a $5 coin, $10 coin, something like that. Definitely will be setting that one aside. That's our first better Buffalo find for sure. Most of the other stuff was pretty much, not worth a ton. 1892 there is nice, but the thing is, when you have that many Buffalo nickels, you're in a pretty good position because those things can sell in bulk and do okay. We got a 1908 though, 2 of them. We're kind of coming to the close here. 1900, 1906, is that something old? 1902, nope. 1908, 1906. And then 1928, 1937, nothing on the back, but hey, some really cool stuff. We got this 31S out of there. And then we had all of these coins from the 1800s, which I can't tell if we'll just sell all this stuff as a lot, but there's got to be a little bit of extra value there. What I'm really excited about, though, is we've got some rolls. So that is not going to be super crazy, but what about this roll? 1909 to 1925, anything could be in there. What's the front of the roll look like? 1909, so we know that we're going to have at least one reveal. Let's get to that part of the video. And I'd figured I'd actually go with the valuations. Already did that, but I'm going to confirm that at about like $8. So these are 36 V-nickels, and then these are 8 from the 1800s. So these guys, I would say those are worth like $8 total, while this is probably worth about $30 total, so an additional 38 right there. And apologies on the delay on that roll, but I was opening the other ones, and we got a ton of like BU, AU pennies, so those are all going to be probably sold separately. I'm going to be really, really conservative on the value and just call it $10 for all those. Then we have a bunch of 1943s in pretty much AU condition, some BU, but I bet that we sell this. Maybe I saw a roll go online for like $25, so I'll call it 20. That was definitely a welcome surprise. Definitely some good-looking coins here. A departure from something like this or that, which you get used to seeing pretty often in most 1943 penny rolls. Anyways, now I'm excited for this roll reveal, I guess, and I'm gonna do it fully live so that we can, if there's any better coins. And I'm just gonna start, I have to say, with this one. Let's see if there's a VDB. Let me get the zoom. It doesn't look like it. There's always some type of divot, and you want to make it, force it to be a VDB. But then that kind of does look like it. I'm gonna say no though. Still, 1909, not a bad coin, and I think I'll probably continue in case it's in order. So yeah, it is 1909. Let's see on this one. Nope, not a VDB. We got a third. And there we go. Check that out. Nice. So it's there, definitely. I'll zoom in a little bit more just so that you can see those 3 letters on the bottom of the coin. So, it's probably like a $5 coin. Not anything wild, but still definitely better than normal. Okay, so now we have a 1910, another 10. 1910S. Sweet. That's really cool. That's probably worth more than the 09 VDB, I think. Definitely a coin that I'll be pulling to the side. Then another 10, let's see. So we know that there could be some good finds in this roll. We're just going to have to hope that they keep on coming. Those are 12, 13, so those ones probably not going to be at the level where I'm super pumped up about them. We're looking for some early mint marks here. 13, 14, 14, 14. I want a 14 mint mark. Doesn't look like we've got any of those either. But 16D, that's not bad. That's probably out of the territory, and a 16S where it's like a super valuable one, but I'll still probably put those ones to the side. 17D, 17S, those probably stay in the roll for now. I'm gonna just zoom back out a little bit so I have better vision here. What are these two? 19, 12, 13. I already hunted those. There could still be like there's some 22. There's potential for us to get something good here in this roll. So I'm not losing hope at this point, and I don't think that there's even hope to be lost because we found that 1910S, which, it's tough because, like, as a coin shop, I remember when I was kind of growing up, I was always like, oh, you need to know all of the key dates. That's not super the case, I'd say, as a coin shop owner, but because they're just like not, these coins are like 10 or 15 bucks, but I'd say that generally the scope of a coin shop would be to look a little bit bigger than that. Let's see what that coin is. 1918S, that's cool. 20, I'm hoping for a 22 here, which would be sweet. Is that anything? I have to take a closer look at that one. There's a 23. So it doesn't look like we got a 22, but we did get some sweet finds in the form of a VDB, several 09s, and then, yeah, that doesn't look like a 22. And then that 10S. Now it's on to these ones. I'm just going to set up to do it. And now it's certainly the moment that I've been waiting for with this hunt. I'm just going to kind of go down here because that looks like the wheat pennies, but hoping for something good. 23, 17, 23, and 16 probably don't destroy that definition of good, but let's see what we've got. 19, 19, 14, 17. You know, not every coin you're going to look at is going to be a key date. A few earlier mint marks there, but I kind of want to just get into these. I am impatient. 1865 2-cent coin, and all these 2-cent coins have some value at the minimum, and that one actually looks decent. This one definitely seen tougher, or it's seen better days. I'm hoping that this is maybe a small motto, but based off of that size of the D there, that does not look like a small motto coin. Then what do we have here? 1864 also appears to be the larger one, but I'm not as 100% sure on this because the towns don't come down sharply on the T. So maybe I'll have to take a closer look, but I think that based off the thinness of that bar in the U, that this is also a large motto. Let me check out this Indian Head cent. Let's see what we've got. 1880, a nice solid earlier date. The real dates to look for is 08S, 09S, and then anything before 1880. So 1 year older than that, all the 70s coins. And then obviously like a 1877 would be sweet. 1860, this is a really solid coin. Definitely worth a few bucks because it's not in bad shape at all. Outside of that ding in the rim, which is actually somewhat notable, but 1859, sweet, and an 1862. So these are definitely coins that are going to carry a little bit of value. And I think, is that the older design? Yeah, that's the 1859 before they added that shield above it. So these coins each, you know, this could make a little nice mini lot. I'm just trying to think how to value it for our eBay. A little lot of older coins there. And that 1862, also just an older coin in, it's not great shape, but it's really clear and crisp looking, which is something that I welcome. 1908, big time reveal. Let's see. No S. That would have been unreal if that had been one. 1891, and we even got a 3-cent nickel. How nifty is that? Let's check it out. 1868. That's the date that I see most often on these. Is it a good condition coin? No, but it's really awesome. And look at that. 1863 full Liberty. That's got to be, you know, man. Bummer about that up in the top corner, but this is going to be a great coin. You know, you take a nice photo of that, easy value, and just, you know, pretty looking coin. I'm going to save the large cents for last at this point, but the rate we've been going, we might pull something neat. That one certainly, you know, I don't know if that's a little cut or break or whatever. And then that one, 1899. So the way that they're situated, maybe now we're just going to be looking at 1890s coins. But I want to keep the cameras rolling in case we hit a real 1888, a real bomb of a coin. Let's see. What is this? 1907, 1904, 06, 04. You know, you can't sleep on the fact that all of those 1860s coins actually are going to turn out to be decently valuable. In the coin game, you know, it's easy to look on the bigger purchases, but when you can make string together a bunch of $30, $40 wins, that can be big. No dice on the 08S there. I'd be pumped. 08S or 09S, I would just go wild if I found one of those. Let's see. Keeping on going. You know, these are nice looking coins, though. I can't say that they're not. You know, very rarely do we see corrosion like was on that last one. And I might speed it up at this point. If there's any '08 reveals, I'll do that on camera though. And we have an '08 reveal right here. Nothing. So we're now done with the Indian Head Pennies, but what we have here are these large cents, and the top one is in pretty bad condition, but the middle ones look decent. This one, let's see if we can even discern a date. It doesn't look possible on this one, but we should be able to see something right here. And yeah, just a cool reminder of how large our currency was. 1850 is the date on that one. I don't know too much about the varieties in this case, but 1841 with a cool GC stamp. That's neat. I bet it's cull, considered a cull coin, but still a cool one. And then 1844. So I don't even know, is this, maybe this lot would sell for like 30 bucks on eBay, something like that. I think the 1841 is probably my favorite. It's got, a little bit of character with that GC stamp, and the date is just in solid condition. So that wraps up this hunt. I'll probably do a quick valuation before I let you go, just because it would be kind of neat to think about what the actual values are. So in terms of the final results with the bulk stuff, we had about 442 dated, full date buffalo nickels. We'll call that 200 bucks. 64 partial date ones, we'll say $25 there, and then $5 for the 15 no dates. We had these solid Indian Head Pennies, and I think I'll have factored in the values here already for these coins. But the '09s, we had that VDB, the 10S, 31S Buffalo Nickel, a few 1800s V Nickels, and then we had all these Indian Head Pennies. We ended up with 76. That's probably going to be like $70 right there. So add that all up, and I think we're well over 300, maybe approaching the 400 range if I'm estimating correctly, but definitely enjoy the hunt with all these wheat pennies. Yeah, I didn't count them all up, but probably factor that one in at about another 15 bucks, I'd say, something in that range. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me or contact on treasuretown.yt.com, my website, my Facebook, Treasuretown, my Twitter, @treasuretown_YT, or my Instagram, @treasuretown_YT. Looking forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.